Hello students, in the previous video we have discussed about the conversion of metal oxide to metal. So we have got metal already. Now we are going to discuss the refining technique, how to purify the extracted metal. So please keep watching. Refining. What is refining? The removal of impurities from the extracted metal and getting the pure metal from it is known as the refining, or otherwise known as purification. So how do we do that? We can use different techniques. Okay. So what are the different techniques employed for this, that we will see. The common techniques, very number of techniques are there. In class 10 we discuss about only these two, distillation and electro refining. So what is distillation? The first technique that we are going to see. Distillation, in this, by the term distillation we understand that the metal will be heated to a liquid then, and the liquid will be converted to vapor, and the vapor will be cooled to liquid and then solidified. So this is the technique here. Now this is suitable for metals which have very low boiling point. Otherwise heating a metal to liquid and then making vapor is a very big task because of the high melting and boiling point of metal. Some metals have quite low boiling point. Example, we have zinc. Zinc has a boiling point of 907 degrees Celsius. You know, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This is 9 times higher than the boiling of water. So it is quite high, but among the metals this is quite low. Okay. Now the impure metal is heated to melting and then to boiling. Okay, very simple. And the vapors are then collected and cooled to get the pure metal. First it will form the liquid and then solid. It will be solidified into various molds which will give you the proper shape that is required. Okay. Now let's see here. So here is a sketch, a diagram of the technique used, the devices used for this. We have the platform here, and where the zinc powder is being dropped also, it is heated here and the vapors are produced, and then the liquid zinc is formed here, and from here the vapors will go on, and then it will be again converted. The waste gases are going upwards, whereas it is cooled here. Okay. Now the heating gases are here, water jet pump is there. So this is a technique. Anyway, this you don't need to draw a diagram and explain, that is not required, just for understanding. So the simple technique you understand is the metal zinc is heated to liquid, liquid changes to vapor on further heating, then it is cooled and the pure metal will be obtained. That's it. Okay. The next technique, electro refining. In this method the impure metal is electrolyzed, electrolysis is conducted to get the pure metal. We have already discussed this. I have made a video on electro refining of copper under the chapter electrolysis. You can see that. I will discuss it simply here. If you need more details, you can watch that video. What is done here? A thick block of the impure copper metal is made the anode. Anode and cathode is there. Okay. A thin strip of the pure metal is taken as the cathode. Why anode is thick block of the impure metal? Because the anode dissolves here and gets finished, whereas the cathode will start growing in size and mass. So a thin strip of pure metal is there. The pure metal gets deposited at the cathode. We know metals are discharged at the cathode. So that is the technique used here. Okay. So aqueous solution of copper 2 sulfate. Aqueous solution of copper 2 sulfate is taken. Acidified with dilute sulfuric acid is taken as the electrolyte. So we have the electrolytic chamber here. So we have the anode. What is the anode? We have the thick block of impure copper. So this is anode. And this side we have a thin strip of cathode, which is the, okay, so this is the cathode as a negative charge. So this is impure copper. Okay. This is pure copper, and we have the solution here. What is the solution used here? Which is copper sulfate solution plus dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, so what will be the reaction that is happening here? Copper sulfate will dissociate as Cu++ and SO4-, right? Sulfuric acid will dissociate as 2 hydrogen ions will be produced and sulfate ions, and then water will also dissociate, giving H+ and OH-. So these are the ions present in solution. Okay. Out of that, since copper is lower in position and has a low electropositivity, the copper at the anode will dissolve. In this, the copper will produce copper ions, and the copper ions will go to the cathode and get discharged here. Okay, so copper gives copper ions plus 2 electrons. This is happening at the anode. The electron will flow through the anode, and then here at the cathode we have Cu++. The Cu++ ions are going to the cathode, which will take 2 electrons from the cathode and produce copper metal. So pure copper is obtained. Okay, so this is the reaction. So you can understand that the anode loses mass, cathode gains mass. Anode will dissolve, keep dissolving. The pure copper ions will go to the cathode. So cathode grows in mass and size, it will increase, and the impurities settle under the anode as mud. Any impurities present will settle here under. This is called the anode mud. Anode mud. Okay, and we can say matter is neither destroyed nor created here. Okay, so total mass. So what is there? Weight lost by anode is equal to, anode is losing mass, it is getting finished, is equal to weight gained by cathode, not exactly, plus the weight of anode mud, that is the impurities, anode mud. Okay, so that's it. So students, I hope you understood how metals are purified by using distillation technique and also by electrolysis. So if you have questions, you may write in the comment sections, and you can subscribe the channels and share this with your friends. Thank you.